Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Messenger channel. My name is Mitchell Osborn and this is your midweek motivation. I happen to have a moment to do this, and Tony Poole, and I think I'm pronouncing her name right, Poole, maybe Pooley, but Tony does a midweek motivation. She is a Lenormand, Kipper, Gypsy, I'm trying to think of, there's another deck. Oh gosh, another one that she's really does a lot with, but she's an amazing teacher. So I'm doing a midweek motivation. You get to choose from 3 cards. Card number 1 is going to be from Ciro Marchetti's Legacy of the Divine Tarot, and yes, it's still in its wrapper because this is my main deck. This is the deck I go to. I probably have about 4 or 5, maybe. And anytime I find them, I buy one, because if this deck that I'm going to use ever falls apart, at least I know I have backups, because it's one I just always use. So that's card number 1. So you get to choose card number 1, or you can choose card number 2, Spirit Within Tarot from Stephen Bright. Beautiful deck. Or I'm doing an Oracle deck at the last one, which is from Tori Hartman, the Chakra Wisdom Oracle card. So card number 1, you make the choice. Is it Legacy? Card number 2, Spirit Within, or card number 3, Chakra Wisdom Oracle card. So card number 1, if you chose, I hope you made your decision. Card number 1 is the Empress. So your midweek motivation: start something new. Start something new. Begin something. Give birth to something. Bring life to something. You know, plant a seed and just nurture it. Watch it grow. You know, we're about to go. You know, it's a great time to plant it because we go into Mercury retrograde, like 16th or 17th, depending on who you follow. And once you hit that, it may not be the best time. So put the seed in the ground now, even though we're starting to be in the shadow of the retrograde. So if you chose card number 2, Spirit Within Tarot, your midweek motivation is, and it's a little dark, 3 of Swords. So I would say, and it's interesting because that's almost like a Band-Aid. It's an X marks the spot. I'm going to be honest with you. My first thought was, before I even saw that, was rip the Band-Aid off. Let the pain out. Your midweek motivation: stop holding it inside. You know, I keep hearing, don't cry out loud, keep it inside. It's like, no, cry out loud, let it out, let the release happen. Again, Mercury retrograde, great time to release stuff, great time for renewal, great time to revisit, reconnect. So I feel like your midweek motivation is let it out, let it out. And then if you chose card number 3 from the Chakra Wisdom Oracle card, your midweek motivation is going to be this: guilt. Woo! And today I wrote down a message about manipulation and where and how we manipulate. And sometimes after the fact, when we realize that we harbor a lot of guilt. And I would say this is, and it's funny because I'm going with this, let's work this guilt out. You need to iron out those guilty wrinkles. So midweek motivation: wherever you're feeling guilty, address it. Again, address it. Address it. Because if you've got this guilt going on way back here and you guys are not talking, you're not doing things, you know, people are going to feel it. If you have guilt inside about something you've done, the people around you, they're going to sense it, know it, and feel it. So address the issue. So there's your midweek motivation. Spread this, pass it on, do your own midweek motivation. Tag me and tag Tony, and we'll talk to you at another time. Namaste. Bye-bye.